Hi everyone and welcome to this painting video. In this video I really wanted to try blending galaxies with water drops in a watercolour painting. And I really had no idea if this idea would work or not, but I just really wanted to attempt it. I didn't go into it with too many plans, I just kind of wanted to adapt as I went. So as you can see, I started by roughly sketching a bunch of drops around the page, and then I went straight into adding the paint, adding some vibrant colours towards the centre of the large drop. These colours will be representing the nebula, and then I added some very dark tones around the outside, adding a little bit of blue colouring amongst that. And then I added more water to the page to blend these colours together, and I just kind of let the water do the work. I added lots of reds and blues and purples, and then I dried my brush and took away some of the paint to add some highlighted areas within the nebula. After that I let the paint dry and I started building up a galaxy at the centre of this large drop. Using just white watercolour paint at first, just building up some very faint outlines and just getting a rough shape of the galaxy. And then after that I started adding some white acrylic paint over the top to really start developing a more defined shape of the galaxy and some brighter stars within it. And with that same white watercolour paint and the acrylic paint, I also made sure to add a bunch of stars around the scene, in clusters and also some individually placed around the outside, to try and create a range of details to look at. Once I was happy with the details and the colouring I'd added to the galaxy and the nebula, it was time to add some details to define the water drop, and this basically just required adding some bright highlights. So I added some dots of highlighting towards the top left and added some highlighting along the bottom right to show where the light is being refracted all the way through the drop. And then I added some shadows underneath the drop as well, making sure also to leave an area of highlighting to show where the light is being refracted all the way through the drop and onto the surface it's resting on. And once this large drop was completed, I then continued the same process for the rest of the drops on the page. For the final stages of this painting, I decided to add a mid-tone background with a cool grey number 3 Copic marker. I felt like adding a darker background would be a great way to make those bright white highlights really stand out on the page, and hopefully it had a good effect. And lastly, I added some colour to the light being shone through each drop. And after that, this painting was completed, and it was a really fun one to work on, and I highly recommend trying to paint some galaxies and some nebula in this style. I'd love to try and adapt this and work on some more galaxy paintings in some way. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then make sure you're subscribed, and any likes or shares on this video are really appreciated and it means so much to me. If you want to follow my progress and keep updated with all the things I work on through the week, then be sure to check out the links in the description box below to check out my Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And once again, thank you so much for the support and thank you so much for watching this video. It was a really fun one to work on and I hope you enjoyed watching. And I hope you're having an amazing day, and I'll see you all soon.